Hey, VC, what's going on? I don't. This is Hub Tunes. I'm Mike. Welcome back. Hope you guys are all doing well, enjoying your spring. We are ending of March. It's hard to believe. Spring is almost here. Chicago's. We had a couple of warm days where we got up to like 50, but then like the next day it's 20 degrees again and it's raining and snowy. But we'll get through it. It'll probably be like this until June, and then it'll be 90 degrees every day. So hope everyone's doing well. This is new. What do I call these videos? Vinyl finds. This is a vinyl haul. You guys are in for it. I got a lot. The budget has been blown. Actually, no, the budget has not been blown. I'm going to justify this. A bunch of pre-orders came in. Stuff I paid for months ago. So I'm still on budget. Kind of. Mobile Fidelity for you guys, for all you jazz fans, Mobile Fidelity just unleashed on us this last month. Some back-ordered stuff that was out of stock for a while, and I couldn't say no. So Mike from the In-Groove, he got me again. I'm wearing a shirt because he suckered me into a record. He does that. I'm sure I'm not the only one. I try not to order a lot from him. He doesn't watch this. So I used to order a lot from Mike, and then I realized that, like, I would watch his videos because he puts that stuff on the website actually on Wednesday night, and then the video comes out on Thursday morning. So you can go on the website Wednesday night and like order all that stuff. That's why it's all sold out. Once that video goes live, it's all sold out. And I used to buy a lot from him after I'd watch it. But then I realized a lot of the stuff he's showing my local record store gets. And if he doesn't get it, I can usually ask. So, I mean, just to save on the shipping and stuff. But every once in a while, Mike talks me into something. I adore Mike. I think he's great. He has been plugging his couple of psychedelic records. This is the most recent one. This is Kennelmus, Folkstone Prism. This is a band out of, I think he said Arizona. And I saw it, and he talked about it. He raved about it. He highly recommended it. I went online, and I listened to a little bit of it and was blown away. So I bought it. Thanks, Mike. This is a great psychedelic record. Absolutely, really, really good psychedelic record that no one's ever heard of. Originals are going for like $800. I think I paid $35 or something like that. But really, really good record. Sounds great. It's got a little booklet telling all about the band, and just really cool stuff. Great release. I don't know how many of these they made. Mike sounded like it was pretty limited. You can watch the video. I think it was maybe the first week of March. He might have shown the video of this. Cool record label. It's pretty sharp, actually. I like the coloring. Great psychedelic garage record. And you guys know me, I love psychedelic garage. I don't buy enough of it because, honestly, a lot of it's really, really expensive. So anytime I can find like a decent reissue or something, I'll usually pick it up. So yeah, thanks Mike at the In-Groove. Suckered me again. I was doing really good. I hadn't ordered from him for, it had probably been about 2 months. And then okay. I got some VCLT from Craig at Vinyl Plethora. We'd been chit-chatting and exchanging a few records, and he sent me, this was just a blind. He didn't even know if I liked this band. This is Gossip, A Joyful Noise. Lead singer is Beth Dido. She is an unreal singer. Probably similar to Ann Wilson. Might be a good comp. She's got a great voice. This is her band, the Gossip. She's done a solo record. I think Gossip's back together because I just saw them on they were on some British festival And I saw Gossip actually listed, so I'm assuming they're back together. I think they just split up for about a little bit. But this is a wonderful record. How Craig knew I love Gossip, I have no idea. They're kind of they started out more of as a punk band. They've kind of moved towards rock. Some of her solo stuff is a little poppy for me, but her most recent record is great. It actually sounds a lot like Gossip. She did an EP that I didn't entirely care for. And then she did her full-length record, and it's really, really good. I've seen Gossip probably 2 or 3 times, and I saw Beth Dido solo right before the pandemic, and she was really, really good. She is kind of big in England. She's actually from, I want to say, Alabama or Arkansas. And she ended up going to England to record with the Gossip and tour, and she kind of became a little pop icon over there because she was kind of known for she's a big girl, and she's known for her scantily clad outfits and kind of being a little racy, you know, and she's absolutely wonderful, and the British really took to her right away, more so over there than here. But this is a terrific record, and I thank Craig immensely for this. In fact, I've been listening to Gossip like nonstop since this record arrived. I busted out all their other records, and I've been going crazy. So I picked that up. Thank you, Craig. Check his channel out. He does a great job. He's kind of new in the last year, I think. But yeah, check him out. He does a nice job with his videos. So next, you guys know I don't crate dig. I don't have the time, the patience, or the will to even go to charity shops and dig through musty, mildewy records. And I certainly don't want them in my collection. So I just don't, and I never find anything. I know some people, you know, Rob the Waxed, he finds everything, and I don't know if it's just LA or he's in LA, I'm in Chicago. I go to these charity shops and I find crap. I think I found like 1 or 2 decent records at charity shops, and that's it. It's a lot of work. I mean, good for Rob. I don't have the time or the patience to do it. I really don't. Even when I go to like a record store, I don't even dig around all that much. I know what I want. I walk in, I get it, and I walk out. Otherwise, I'm going to spend a fortune. But so what happened here in Chicago? There was a gentleman right up the street here. He opened a record store maybe a year and a half ago in the middle of the pandemic, called Chicago Ray Records. Nice man. And I went in a couple of times, but it was more of a pop-up. He just kind of had milk crates on tables, and it was more of a pop-up. And his records were old. There wasn't really much all that I was all that interested in every time I went in, but he was just the nicest man. Well, he passed away a couple of weeks ago, and his daughters were having a liquidation sale. Everything's got to go. And they were going to open at 10 a.m. on Saturday. I got there, I wanted to support him, you know, and just go and see. Maybe there was something. So I got there about 9:45, and they had opened early. And I walk up, and there's hundreds of people in this tiny little store. I'm like, oh. I almost turned around, why not? And I was like, no, just go in and see, you know. But it was very difficult to dig around. You were just like bumping into people, and the milk crates were packed so tight that you couldn't flip. It makes me insane. So, but I stayed for maybe about 10 minutes, and I picked up some stuff. Everything was $1. Did I mention that? Every record in the place was $1. So some people got some great deals, I'm sure. And my guess, when I left, I was in there about 15, 20 minutes. When I left, there was a line out the door. It had to have been 50, 60 people long. So they definitely liquidated. There was no way there was anything left. But I picked up a few things. This is Billy Eckstein and Sarah Vaughan. It's a really nice record. It's in really good shape. It's on the Lion label. It was $1, and it sounds really good. I mean, for a record as old as this, I think it sounds great. So I picked that up, and then I picked up this. The the cover's really beat up. This is Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66. These Brazil 66 and 67, I think, these are pretty good. They're kind of fun records. It's on AM&M. It's really beat up on the cover, but sounds really good. Really good. And it was only $1. Maybe I am a crate digger. I am a big, big Paul Revere and the Raiders fan. This is Just Like Us. Paul Revere and the Raiders from Where the Action Is. I guess this is a movie soundtrack, maybe? It's got the song Steppin' Out on it, which I really, really like. So I picked this up. $1. It's a Columbia 2i. The next two are the two finds. Like, yeah, these are great. Art Garfunkel's first solo album, mint condition. The cover is spotless, and the vinyl, it plays great. It's on Columbia. It's probably a later pressing. Yeah, beautiful album. Sounds phenomenal. And a record I never had, and I always kind of wanted, but I wasn't going to pay more than $1. So there we go. And this was the find of the whole thing. Up on a shelf, there were some records like up on shelves, and I was like, what is all that up there? And I flipped through a couple of them. I got Duane Allman Anthology Volume 2 for $1. It's a double record. It's in decent condition. It's got a little ring wear. Absolutely fantastic. It sounds great. I had never owned this before. I've heard about, how good it is and everything. This is basically all of his stuff when he was a studio session player. And it's great. Really, really good. Got it for $1. Can't complain. So I did that. And then a couple of new releases that came out this month that I really picked up. A couple of years ago, we went to see Tears for Fears live. And with the horrible John Oates and Daryl Hall opening. No, Tears for Fears opened for them. Awful. Hall and Oates were horrible. Absolutely horrible. We stayed for like 5 songs, and I just couldn't deal with it anymore. But Tears for Fears opened, and they were great. Absolutely great. And they played 2 new songs, and this is probably 3 years ago. And they played 2 new songs, and the new songs just seamlessly filled in between all their old classics and sounded wonderful. And we walked out, and I said to my buddy who I went with, I was like, those new songs are really good. And he's like, yeah, right? And they were talking about a new album 3 years ago, 4 years ago even. And this is it. It's finally out. Tipping Point. You guys have probably heard that it is getting rave reviews. And well-deserved. It is a classic Tears for Fears record. I am partial to side 2, but side 1 is excellent too. Really, really good record. Nice comeback by one of the few 80s bands that I one of the few popular 80s bands that I really still listen to a lot, and I've always enjoyed them. Their debut, The Hurting, is one of the best albums of the 80s. Excuse me. So yeah, got that. Okay, what else? This is a band. Just picked this up. I just picked this up yesterday, actually. This is a band called Midlake. They are out of Denton, Texas. Cool, folky, dream pop. I've even been told prog. I can see the progginess a little bit in their music, but I would not classify them as prog. Folky, definitely. Dreamy, definitely. Poppy, yes. Their vocals, his vocals are very soothing, smooth. Really good record. It's I've only listened to it twice. It just came out Friday. So yeah, I haven't listened to it too much. This is, it's called For the Sake of Bethel Woods. The first side is really, really good. I have not listened to the entire second side. I listened to the first 2 songs on the second side. Great band. I saw them a couple years ago. They don't make a lot of music. This is their first album in quite some time. It's on the clear clear vinyl. I know people like to see the colors of vinyl. Yeah, cool band. I would stream them before you buy it because you may not like it. It's not for everybody. I like them. Their album Trials of an Occupanther, really good record. Probably from like 2008, 2009. Excellent record. I picked up this, even though I own a copy, because that's what we do. This is my favorite psychedelic record. I think it's safe to say this is my favorite psychedelic record of all time. I love this record. This is 12 floor elevators. Easter Everywhere. I have a beautiful OG of this that sounds great. But this was just reissued. It's digital. I believe it's digital, but it has a mono and a stereo copy. So disc 1 is mono, disc 2 is stereo, and I'm weird. I had to have it. So I bought this, and it's on color vinyl, I believe. Yep. It's got the splatter kind of thing going on, which is kind of groovy. Great record, if you guys don't know it. It's one of the great... I like it better than the first one, which gets all the pub. Everyone thinks that's the best psychedelic record of all time. I disagree. I think this is. Slip Inside This House, the opening track, is one of my favorite songs. I absolutely love this record. So pick that up. Oh boy. Wow, we got a long way to go. We're already at 16 minutes. I got like 10 more records. So hang in there, guys. This is one of my favorite bands, Tortoise. This is their album, Millions Now Living Will Never Die. This is a really good record. This is, it's on Greene and Blue Swirl. They only made 444 of them. Weird number. But I love this record. And I love this band. And I had to buy it. It wasn't super expensive, but I saw it. It's in the shrink, but it was already open. It's a really good jazz rock record. If you don't know Tortoise, they're a band out of Chicago. Jeff Parker is the guitarist. I think Jeff is on this record. I'm pretty sure he is. They're on Thrill Jockey. Really cool. They've been around a long time. I don't know if they're still together. Maybe they'll get back together. Jeff's doing a lot of solo stuff now. But kind of a jazz rock band. Really good record. I am thrilled to have this in my collection. Absolutely thrilled. This is a band I discovered. How did I discover this band? You guys, I'll get a pop-up ad on Facebook for a record, and I'll go and check it out. I'm so freaking weird. And I think that's how No. You know how I found out this? This, I want to say, is Derek Higgins. If you guys have watched his channel, the great Derek Higgins, one of the first VC channels I ever started watching years ago. I think he showed this. And this is Cheer Incident. This is an new excuse me, new release. It's called Here Comes the Sunset. Cool artwork. Jeez. Interesting band. They're really hard to describe. They are avant-garde, alternative rock. But then like the first two songs are really cool, but they're kind of out there, like definitely not mainstream music. And then the third song is a cover of Dream Police by Cheap Trick. And it just does not fit in with the record. It does not fit in with the rest of the music. And then after that, they go into like all this great, really cool music. But right in the middle of the record is a cover of Dream Police, like one of the poppiest songs of all time. And it's really good. It's a great cover of Dream Police. When I first heard it, I don't know if you guys watch Emma from 8 Vinyl Low. She's such a huge Cheap Trick fan. I immediately sent her a link to the cover of this song. And she's like, oh, okay, thanks. And it was just like, it was such an odd choice to put in the middle of this album, but it works. It's a great cover. I absolutely love it. So this is Cheer Accident. Cool record. They have other records. I looked online and they had quite a few other records, and I did listen to a few of them, but I didn't care for them as much as this one. This came out this year, in January. So interesting band, very, very interesting. And I'm pretty sure that was Derek Higgins. He posted it on maybe Instagram. I haven't opened it yet. I picked up the demos for PJ Harvey finally for Let England Shake. I already showed her reissue in the last video. So the demo, she's releasing those as the record and then a separate record for demos for all of her catalog. And the demos were delayed for some reason for a couple of weeks. So I did finally pick those up. And the demos are great for all of her records. I really, really enjoy them. So my job has been taking me out to the far, far suburbs. And I've been going to a place. It is in, what town is it in? Oh, I gotta go to so many towns for work. Batavia, Illinois. It's Batavia, Illinois, and it's a great record store. It's called Kiss the Sky. Batavia, Illinois. If you're ever in the middle of nowhere in Illinois, Batavia, Illinois, Kiss the Sky record store. This guy, first of all, super nice guy who owns it. Really, really nice guy. I could have been out of there in half an hour, but I talked to him for another half hour. So I was there way too long. He is the box set king. He has every box set ever made. He's got the George Harrison Uber box. He's got every box set ever. I don't think he sells them because every time I'm there, they're all still there. And box sets are expensive. So, but he has them everywhere. And he's got the CDs versions and he's got the LP versions and stuff. So, I kind of just, I don't know. I avoid buying the box sets. But I was there and I bought, what did I buy? Oh, I bought the 13th floor elevators there. And as I was walking out, there's a box of records just sitting by the register. And a couple, in the last, one of my last videos, I showed the Joe Pass Blue Note Classic. Sorry, I got a fur ball. So I showed that Joe Pass Classic, and I think in the video I said, I'm not a big Joe Pass fan, but it was a gorgeous record. I absolutely love it. But I'm just not a big Joe Pass fan. And somebody said, you have to check out his album Virtuoso. And I was like, okay, I'll look at it, if I ever see. Well, sitting in that box, right there by the register, like, it had to have been like 3 days after somebody told me, I don't know who it was somebody on Instagram, I picked up Joe Pass Virtuoso. Great record. It's really beat up. Great record. Sounds wonderful. It's on Pablo. He does Night and Day, Cherokee, Stella by Starlight, Sweet Lorraine, Round About Midnight. Really, really good record. Excellent. So it was just one of those happenstance where you never dreamed it was going to be there. I wasn't even looking. Okay, next we got jazz and we got some good stuff. Whew, I am tired. Latin bit. The New Tone Poets, Grant Greene. This is a wonderful record. If you like did you hear that? If you like the kind of samba Latino craze that was going on at this time, this is 63, I believe, 63 or 64. Great record. Sounds phenomenal. I have an OG of this, but I'll never play it again because this thing sounds phenomenal. I really, really like it. I'll show this next. This is probably my favorite jazz of the new ones. And this is Art Blakey, The Lost Sessions, live in Schwitzingen, 1958. That's not what it says. Unreal. If you have that live in Tokyo Art Blakey that just was released, it doesn't even compare to it. That's a nice record. This is unreal. This sounds so much better. Really, really good record. Art Blakey on drums, Lee Morgan on trumpet, Benny Golson on tenor, Bobby Timmons on piano, and Jamie Merritt on bass. He does Moanin', Along Came Betty, Just By Myself, I Remember Clifford, Now Is the Time, Night in Tunisia, just to give you an idea. But this is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This is a whole series that's being released of Audiophile records. I know there's some Ella Fitzgerald, and there's a bunch of other ones too. Michael, RPM 45, has shown a couple of these, and he's probably shown them all because he probably has them all. I could only afford this one, and this is the one I picked, and I'm super, super happy with it. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And then, yes, the other day I picked up the two new, I'll just show you two new ones at once. Picked up the new, what are they? Blue Note Classics. The Milt Jackson and the amazing Bud Powell. I have not listened to Bud Powell yet. I listened to Milt Jackson this morning. It's okay. It's okay. Maybe I'm not the biggest vibraphone person. I like some vibraphones. I don't know. Did I need this? I probably didn't. But, for $21, they're beautiful, and it sounds great. The Bud Powell, I'm going to listen to. Maybe I'll do that after this video. Let's speed this up, right? Is anyone still watching? Okay, so like I said at the beginning, Mobile Fidelity surprised us all in the past 2 weeks. All us Miles Davis fans. They reissued My Funny Valentine in concert, which I did not own. I do not even own it. I don't own it at all. So great to have it on Mobile Fidelity. Probably, this is definitely in my top 3 or 4 favorite Miles Davis records. This is Miles in the Sky, double 45 RPM. I listened to this the second it arrived in the mail, and it sounds absolutely fantastic. There's only 4 songs on here. Stuff, Paraphernalia, Black Comedy, and Country Sun. The personnel, you want to know? Herbie Hancock, Miles Davis, Wayne Shorter, Ron Carter, Tony Williams, and George Benson on one of the songs. He plays on, I think, Paraphernalia. Great record. This was actually the record. I remember when I was kind of getting into Miles, this was the one that stuck with me. I liked Bitches Brew, and I liked Jack Johnson. This is the one that stuck with me. It's that whole era of Miles, and I love this record. Absolutely love this. So super happy to get that. They also repressed Files of Kilimanjaro, which I was taking a nap when the text message came, and I woke up and I clicked to order, and they were already sold out. So maybe someday. I have pretty much all of the Miles Davis on vinyl. I'm still waiting on a couple of the pre-orders, but I have most everything. So it's just stuff. The Miles Davis MoFis are probably the best sounding MoFis of all of them. They really are terrific. And finally, I got suckered into this. I wasn't going to do it. I didn't buy the Acoustic Sounds when it came out, but I got the Muddy Waters Folk Singer One Step. I almost didn't buy it. I got number 2000, which is kind of low. I was once told that unless you get under 100, numbering really doesn't matter. So, but I got 2000. Nice even number. So I bought this. I wasn't going to. Anyway, I'm justifying my spending, aren't I? It is absolutely well worth it. It is probably one of the best sounding one steps I have. I have like 10 of them. This is probably in the top 2 or 3 as far as sound goes. It is great. It sounds like he's in the room. I know that's a cliche. It sounds like he's in the room. It is so quiet And so it's just gorgeous. This must have been recorded like state of the art when this was recorded. I don't know what year this was, maybe 62 or 63. Whatever, must have used it state of the art. I mean, it was recorded absolutely perfect. That's why it sounds so damn good. I mean, MoFi can do whatever, but the original tapes are great. So yeah, I picked this up. I mean, I'll continue to pick up these one steps. I'm like Mazzy. I don't need this big box. I really don't. This is a waste of time and a waste of space and a waste of money. I don't need all that crap that's in there. I mean, that's nice to have and everything, but I really don't need this big ass box. They look great on the shelf though, don't they? Okay, that's it. Is that enough? It was a busy month. I don't know. Whatever. I'll see you guys later.